10, we'll start with bridging. You're welcome to do bridging on a prop, or you're welcome to start on the floor. I'm going to just start on the floor and just demonstrate the without prop variation. And this is a great chance to start coming inside and leave the outside world where it is, outside. And you can breathe in your nose and breathe out your nose. Unless you have congested or some other reason, deviated septum, but try to breathe in the nose and out. And then this time we're just gonna hold it up there, and we can take our arms overhead and start open up the shoulders. So just hold for 10, good, 9, yep. Breathe in and feel your abdominals, your diaphragm, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower yourself down. Now we are gonna hug our legs in just for a minute, kind of warming up this back, warming up the hips. Take the legs a little bit longer, dig the heels in. So I have pretty long knees here. Go up and down 10. We're just gonna wake up those hamstrings, 10 of these, up and down. Dig your heels in so your toes are welcome to be off the floor or off the prop. Yeah, more hamstring. Good. Exhale as you push up. And then we're gonna hold ourselves in a higher position. Hold 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower down, and then take one leg up and stretch out that leg, take one leg off the floor. Now, you have one leg off, one leg up. You're welcome to add on a hamstring and an ab crunch, or excuse me, add on the ab crunch. Breathe in. And then exhale, take the head down, one leg up, stretch that leg out, or the best you can, hover the other leg over the floor, and then if you would like to add on, lift up into an ab crunch. Belly is pulling in. If you look down at your belly, it's pulling in good. The height looks good on everyone. 4, 3, 2. And then rest, do happy baby with hands on feet. Take a breather. Good. And then we're going to turn over onto the belly. So with the belly, we're going to wake up our upper back and our rear deltoid. These are all posture muscles. So let the hands go beside you. This is called the letter I. Lift up your torso, lift up your legs, and then just breathe for a bit. You're going to feel like you go up and down a bit. Not all the way down to the floor, but just lower. Now take another inhale. And then relax. So that's level 1. And if you'd like to add on, lift up your torso, leave your hands beside your hips, palms face the floor, toes are up. Now we're gonna add on 10 lifts with the arms higher than the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower for a moment, take your arms out for position 2, a letter T. Here we go with a lift. Now the arms go higher than the back. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover for a moment. Take the arms like the third position, the letter Y. Inhale, lift up your back and your toes and your knees, and then your arms are going to do 10 more higher lifts. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Child pose. All right, push back, and I'm going to add the toes under. If you feel like you need a foot stretch, you can add that too. And I'll offer that we grab a sip before we do a little plank series here. So we're doing micro blocks of movement. Now you're doing a plank on your forearms. If you like to use props today, go for it. You can have your legs up on a foam roller. I'm going to show you just the basic here. So hold 10, plank that is, 9, good, 8, I like it, 7, pubic bone under just a little bit, Karen, I think, 5, yeah, 4, there you go, 3, 2, I like it. Okay, Sphinx is a way to stretch, or child's pose. Take a stretch of your choice. Side plank, and if you want a prop, you can always fold your mat under. If you want a prop for the bones, come up, hold, 10, good. And you want to feel these core muscles, 9, 8, 7, good. Strong legs, 6. It's like you're paying attention to your posture even though you're on your side. Breathe in, and then lower that hip. We're gonna do the other side. And legs long, here we go. Go up. All right, you're strong. 10, your head's against an imaginary wall. 9, 8, good. 7, looking good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. And then exhale, lower. We got it. Now, we're going back to front plank. We're gonna lift our hips and lower them to down to plank. So, plank dolphin. You're gonna start with plank, shift your hips up, and then pull your hips back to plank. Shift your hips up, calf stretch, pull yourself back into plank, shift your hips up, good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3, 2. Now, the recovery is up to you. I'm going to show Sphinx or Swan, but you can certainly take a child's pose if you'd like. That a girl. Do whichever recovery you need. Take a full breath. Oh, the puppy dog is a good one too. And then come back down. Now, side plank. I want to offer 5 side leg abductions. Please listen to your body. So one choice could be you come up and do a plank side. If you would like, you can lift up the top leg 5. You could even have fun with the top arm. And I'm gonna do one more because of that arm. And then go to the other. All right, let's go to the other side. Now, the first move is just a side plank. You could choose to just stay there. If you care to add on, you could lift your leg. If you want to add on, take your arm. Good. 5 of those. I just added 1 extra for the arm. Really good. Take a breather. Nice. Let's grab a sip. I heard it's really humid there, and we'll make sure we're doing our part. All right, you're going to come to your forearm plank again. This will be our 3rd of these. Now, on this move, we're going to add an isometric. So it really doesn't look different on the outside, but pull your forearms to your toes and your toes to your forearms. Really squeeze. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull. 6, pull the elbows on the floor. 7, pull the toes towards the elbows. 8, 9, recover any way you want. Sphinx is one way, Swan's another, and then child's pose is another. Nice. And then a side plank. Now this is going to be an inner thigh possibility, so I'll show you this one. Take your left foot behind, take your top foot behind you, and come up to a side plank. Now with the bottom leg, you can lift it 5 times. 2, you could even add on an arm. 3, 4, 5, and then lower your hip, and the brain is working. We're going to go to the other side. Your foot is, the top foot's behind you. Shift your weight up. And I like to pull the toes back on that bottom foot as I lift. You can even add your arm. Nice job. And then lower. Very good. Nice. And then let's go down to the front plank again. So this will be the 4th series through. Go down to front plank. Push your weight forward by pointing through your toes. Drop back through your heels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now Sphinx, Swan, or child pose, or windshield wipe. That's another way you could release your spine. Lower yourself down. Side plank. Hold side plank. Now we're going to do a small combo on the upper body. So start with the top hand at your pelvis or at your thigh. Go up and over once. Now thread the needle once. Go hand down. It's like you're taking the full range of motion. And then thread the needle. Hand down, up and over. Thread the needle. And 4. Thread. And 5. Now, the whole core should be lit up or active. Hello. Hi. We're gonna do some side planks. Good girl. All right, we're gonna put that hand on that hip, and then we're gonna go over, and then through, and over, and through, and over, and through, and over, and through. One more for 5 sets. Should feel your core. Nice. Lower that hip down. Really good, guys. Grab a sip. Nice. And we'll do a little bit for the arms. If you are avoiding your wrist, you can also grab some weights and put your hands underneath them, or you could do a forearm plank, or you could do a wall push-up. You can also do, the move is a push-up of some sort. So you could also grab a weight. You could also get on a train. Anyway, eat green eggs and ham however you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, love it. 11, 7, it's perfect. 8, the idea is upper body. 9, can you do 5 more of somethings? 5, 4, 3, love it. 2, aren't those nice with the spinning handles? Child pose. The next one is going to be triceps, but either a hand weight. If you, let's say you need a backup plan, you could do a hand weight, a band, you know, you can do triceps, narrow elbows, narrow. So if you're doing triceps with knee body weight, you put your hands behind you, you lift up and take 10. Actually, we're gonna do 15. The first 5 I'm gonna do feet down. And then if you're doing a band, just make sure you switch and do the same number. And then the other leg could come out. Betty, I may not have set that other cue because I was multitasking on all the modifications. So you could do 5 and 5. So this is regular, then 1 foot, and then the other, good. And you know, I'm just doing more so we all catch up. And then whenever you're evened up, what we'll do together is pull our fingers down and then that back. And I'm gonna throw in that one neural exercise here. So you take your arms across and hold hands and then flip. Easy peasy, right? Here and here. And can you do it the other way? So flip, neural. And then we'll do one more neural. Thumbs touch the first finger and flip. It's also an ulnar nerve. 5, 4. You gotta take off your glasses for this. 3, 2, nice. And then 1. Hot dog, really good job. Let's do a couple balances while we're at it. You can do a hand and knee. You can do a forearm on your arc if you wanted. You can do hands and knees, knuckles and knees. Lift up your toes, of all toes, all toes. Round your knee, your elbow, your knee to your elbow. And no toes are touching. And Cole, you can do this on your arc like you are. Good. 3, 4, try 10 of these on one side. 5, balancing. 6, and Michelle, if you need it for your remedial back, like back care, you could do it with the toes down and make it just really focused on getting your muscles active. Now the other side, no toes, arm, knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then that was really good. Nice. I'm going to do this another balance. Everyone's really good at these, so we might take for granted. We're just kind of maintaining our balance on some of these because you're good at these, but a lot of people wouldn't be good. So please know how far you've come. If you want it harder, take your legs longer. Now I'm going to flip my palms up, and a reach. So have long wrist. You got it. It's like I have energy beyond my fingers. Everything has intention. Squeeze the legs. Lift your torso. Betty, just, yep, a hair. Yep, 5. Yep, 4, 3, 2. Now, let your thighs come down. We'll take a rotation. This is just a little decrease of tension. 5, 4, 3, 2. Open up and turn. And it's the other side. 5, good. Really add your arms helping you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Grab a sit. So that was our small arm series. We're going to do a little bit more back extension. We focused on the rear deltoids last time. Now we're doing more of the thoracic back extenders. And a little bit of the hamstring glutes, which helps your back. So if you've had any low back issues or you've been traveling a long time. Now, on this one, stage 1, hands like an I. Stage 2, interlace your fingers. Here we go, come up. Everything lifts and hover. Add one, flutter kick the legs while you're up here in the torso. 10 more. Good, and then recover for a moment. Now on this one, we're gonna do some breaststroke, which also keeps the shoulders healthy. So keep a pain-free range of motion and take a large circle. Your fingers go way ahead of you, overhead, and then they go way down towards your thighs. You lift up and down, and then add on a little flutter. And then take a breather, and my breather is going to be the windshield wipe. I wanted to show that, but if you need to do a child pose, you can. Now we're doing rotation with extension. So extension with rotation. So legs long. You're going to be lifting up your right leg at the same time you lift your torso and take it left. Now lower everything. Right shoulder, torso, left leg. Good. And then opposite. So this diagonal posterior oblique chain. Neck goes along for the right, but doesn't hurt. 10, 9, and think about how high are you lifting your leg. Leave the hip on the ground, your hip bone, your ASIS, but do lift your leg long and high. Reach it long. 6 more, 5 more, 4 more. You're extending with rotation. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Now let your arms be a pillow. Lift up your legs and tap the feet together about 20 times. We're going to take a break after this. 2, 3. Lift up, higher. Yeah, knees long, but off the ground. Inhale. And then a child pose, or if you want to take a malasana, you can do that too. So a malasana would be you're sitting between your feet. And you can also do this with a yoga block. So if you, once you've done child's pose, way to jump up there like a frog Michelle, really good and agile. And then I'm gonna add on the hands. Good. Ooh, that's good. All right, we're gonna put one shin down. This is for the lower body. It doesn't get much care. I like to sneak these in. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing on the side. You lean forward. And see how my body is on my thigh? I'm trying to add more weight. And see if you feel your lower right leg. You may need to move your foot forward. You may need to move it back. Some of your heels will touch the ground. Some of your heels won't touch the ground. Yeah, try what works for you. I like to do a little shift right and left because I can feel the differences in the fibers. Especially if you've done something last day or two. All right, that worked your legs. All right, try the other side. That always feels so nice. Left foot. Betty, I know you've had benefit with these probably after hiking. Yeah, it's like a good lower leg stabilizer stretch. So shift. Your chin will probably tuck so that it's in neutral. And you can even do that right and left. Feel a difference in one leg. Ooh, 10. Make sure it doesn't hurt your ankle. 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, and then 1. Now, if you can sit kneeling, do. If you need to be high kneeling, do. If you can go back a little, go back a little. So you're stretching out your shins. You might be high kneeling. Good. Yeah. Inhale. Feel those thighs. 5. Ooh, love it. 4. Woo, love it. 3, 2, and then 1. We're going to grab a sit. You guys are doing great. I want to hit the calves, which is a longer knee or gastrocnemius muscle. So grab a sit. It's going to be abs too. I'm going to be doing this on my hands, but this can be done on the forearms. So think down dog, flamingo, or dolphin flamingo. You choose. So like I said, every now and then you want to stimulate the wrists. You don't want them to be weak. So if you were to fall, they have some density. I'm going to show it with the hands, but if you know you're sensitive, go to your forearms. Lift up the right leg to the sky. There's a good stretch on your right calf. Pull your right knee under. And if you're on your forearms, you just lift your hip a little. Same leg. Right leg up. Stretch, 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 stretch. Right knee under. Crunch the abs. Stretch your right leg up. Stretch, 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 stretch. An inch higher. Pull it under. 3. Stretch your right leg up. 4. Stretch it up, up, up. And 5. Now your right foot's going to be down on the ground. Let your left leg go up and stretch it up. Do you feel your right calf? Stretch, and then pull your left knee under. Stretch that leg up. You want to push your right heel down. And then pull your left knee under and breathe. And lift. Stretch. And pull the knee under. 2. Stretch up. And exhale. And when you've done your inhale and you've done your exhale at 5, let's take a child pose plus an elbow bend. Bend your elbows and pat yourself on the back. Nice. And then come on up. Good. Grab a sit. Really good. So I'm going to do one that touches the quads, and I want you to listen to your body, make sure it doesn't hurt. A backup plan could be that you do a seated squat on the wall. What I'm going to do is fold my mat under. So I'll offer that in case you too would like to have support on your shins and your knees. So I'm just going to demo with my mat. Double. And I'm going to put my hands here. So you go back like a hinge. I need to turn a little so I can see you better. So it's one long line. I'm not like sinking in my hips, or I'm not folding at the hips. So I'm going back. And if you put your hands on your thighs, you should feel they contract in an eccentric contraction, a negative contraction. That just means they get longer. Right here, they're getting longer. They're stretching as they're contracting. Now, for fun, you're only going back as far as you need to. You don't have to hurt. Nothing should hurt. You could go back, one arm forward, flip the palm, flip the pound, cross, cross, and up. A long way to say Macarena. So hinge, right hand, left hand, flip, flip, shoulder, shoulder, come back up. Hinge, right arm forward, left arm forward, flip the palm, shoulder, shoulder. This could be in the neural theme, right? And then hinge, right, right, flip, flip, shoulder, shoulder, up. Now one more time. Go back, quads, right, left, flip, flip, shoulder, shoulder, and lower. Nice job. Now I'm going to take a quad stretch, but you can do this a few ways. You might grab your foam roller. So Betty, I think you get a better stretch on your foam roller. You might roll over on your side. You might get a better stretch on your back with the foam roller, or like I am on the back. So whatever you're doing, stretch out that hip flexor. Almost everybody needs this. Ribs down a little. 10. The breath is really low. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let that foot out. Now take your other shin under and rib down. Good. And breathe. The breath goes in through the nose and the belly expands. The diaphragm expands. So hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. All right, let it go, and we're on the ground. This is a really nice place to do partner drills. So pretend I'm with you. We have our legs up in the air, and we're facing legs towards each other. Lower your legs towards the left as you go towards the floor, just a little left, and then up to vertical, and then towards the right. So you're missing my leg. I'm missing your legs. We're doing 10 of these. Modification would be bend the knees a lot, or just don't go down very low, but keep the ribs down the best you can and pull them up each time. So we're doing 4 and pull them up, and 3, 2, you want to feel the pubic bone pull up, and relax here. Good, hug. Now the hands are on the floor beside you. Now I'm going to lift my pelvis, and actually if you need to get proprioception, put your hand above your pubic bone towards your navel. That's what's firing, not your legs kicking. You're not kicking your knees. Now we're doing this lift. You can make it higher if you want. So I'm going to get my neck neutral. I want your neck neutral too, but you could go higher for 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Now to add on, and you won't do the add on with osteo, but you'll go into a double crunch, and you could just stay with the lower half, or you could do a bridge if you need a backup plan, but you could double crunch. 5, try not to really rest between. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, take a full body stretch as if you're trying to reach from finger to toes. Shift through your waist and see if one side feels easier to shift than the other. And if it does, you can give that side a tension. So today I can feel my right side's a little bit tighter. So I'm going to really reach through that side. I'm going to pull on my right wrist with my left hand, and I can already feel it getting a little better. So see if you can, if you have any tightness, see if you can give it attention, give it more attention, and start loosening it up. All right. Now, the next move is going to be a roll up. If you need to do a bridge instead, that is just fine. Or if you felt like, oh wow, my back's tight and you need to do some more of those stretches, go for it. So roll, and you're sequencing. You breathe in, and you exhale. So you can see in a lot of the Pilates moves, we do arm movements that are good for us, even if they're unweighted, because that's a way to keep it safe at first if you're in any injury or like flaying. But your arms are overhead. You want to never lose that range of motion. You want to maintain it. Now, if you do want to take on an advanced, you can do a hinge. And then when you can't hinge anymore, you flex. You come down. You come up like that. Now, it may be that you need to pull your arms forward for part of that just to get up, and then you put them right back. Hinge, flex. 2 more. Breathe in. Hinge. And then 1 more like that. So up, over, stack, and hinge. All right, full body stretch again. And you know, if you can see, did one side keep its opening that you got? 5. Nice. And then let's grab a sip. I want to do a little bit for sideline flexibility. I watched something this weekend that made me want to do it. Today, these little 5-year-olds, girls were doing Pilates, and they had some flexibility. So we're going to do this lying down, and I want you to just go up with your leg, and I want you to pretend like there's some help, and then flex down. So in the reformer, we would have this little help, or on the springboard where it helps you go up. So just let your mind help you, or like I'm just going to use my fingers. Good. I'm just going to tell my hand to, I've got another inch in there that sometimes I need convincing, but I'm not hurting. So just make sure you're listening to your body. And we're also helping the abductors. Now on this last one, you can use your fingers, you can use a Dynaband, but something, a Pilates ring, something that helps you All right, we're gonna hold a slow count of 20. And use my elbow. Try to tell your muscles to relax. Five more. 4. We're going to let that go, and we're going to do that on the other side, but I hope it feels better if you shake it out and just kind of notice it. Now, I'm going to keep my prop handy. If you switch sides, take the bottom arm, pull up, and then flex. And it may be that you just tell your leg, it's almost like you have a loop around your foot and you're on a Cadillac machine or a springboard like I have in the other room, and the strap is just helping you gently assist that 1 extra inch, and see if it feels like it gets a little easier for you to get there. Good. I'm not forcing it, not ripping anything, just assisting. Working that ankle because we know we like balance muscles to be on. We know we don't want to shuffle. There's no reason. Good, so that we can't work on that stuff now and prevent it. Now I'm going to be keeping this one up. So you could decide, is your hand good? You know, do you do better with a prop? I do like to double wrap these sometimes. I feel like I don't have to worry about it sliding off. I'm using my knee to kind of wedge my elbow to wedge my knee if I need to. Now a slow count of 20. So you saw, trying to relax the neck, trying to relax the jaw, trying to relax the glutes. Breathe deeply. Can it go a little bit more? One leg might be easier to respond than the other. Yeah. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, and then we're gonna let that off. Nice job. Let that off. Really good. We'll take the spring out of the way, grab a sit. We're gonna do a couple coordinated moves now, and this probably falls in the neural and coordination. So on this side, I'm going to introduce 5 leg lifts that are together. On any of these exercises, you can always stay with the previous layer. Now I'm going to introduce the upper body for 5. You know you can put your arms up, you can have them low, you can have your hand helping. We're going to put it together for 5. 5. Hello, girl. And 4. And 3. Hi. 2 more. And remember, you can always stay with the prior layer. And then we're going to do the other side. So I'm flipping. So it's coordination. There's a lot of things coming together. It's whole body integration. The first move, and I am putting my hand here on purpose. For me, it helps me with proprioception. See if that helps you. Upper body. Good. You see I'm trying not to throw my arms, right? Yeah, good. Try that. Yep, see if that helps to not throw the top arm, to keep the frame the same on either side of your ear. Now the possibility, you could do the upper half, you could do the lower half, you could put it together. And I'm integrating it on the up, and I'm not throwing my arms. I'm trying to really make it from the center out. Four. 1 more. 5. Nice. All right, we're gonna take one stretch and then we're going to do the back side. Good job. 5. Oh, and on this one, it feels too good. Let's do all this. 4. You know, those rotations. So I can feel that a little more. See if you can. We've been working those lateral muscles. And then you really breathe into that side. The breath is so powerful in all these stretches that once you get your bones where you think you want them to be roughly, you can do nuanced movement, or you can really add an extra layer with the breath. Five, four, and I want to do one more stretch while we're here. So go up with an arm, go up with an arm. Light on your wrist if they're hurting at all, soften them even more. 5, heartless. 4, 3, feels good. Yeah, a little shift here is really nice if you have it in you, if you have a little bit of movement. 5, you can do 4, 3, 2, and then that should feel better. Good. Let's grab a sip and then do the whole body integration on the belly down, which is also called prone. Back strength as well. So I tend to do a lot of blocks or exercises that are similar in theme, but there's a lot of crossover. So if you feel it has a benefit I didn't mention, you're probably right. There's a lot of benefits in these exercises, but one is back strength and also like whole body integration. So your arms are like a Y and your legs are beyond your hips stretched out. Now everything's gonna lift at the same time. Inhale and lower, and up, 2, and lower. 3, 4, 5. It's okay if you need to modify by taking half of it out. 6, maybe the lower half for the upper half. 7, only for you, but if you can, do it all. 8, 2 more. 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna windshield wipe here as a relief pose. If you need another one, please do. And the knees are conveniently bent right now, so we can hold on to our ankles in a Dhanurasana or Ardha Dhanurasana half bow. So check, your hands might touch the ankles, both of them, and then come up, breathe in. Ooh, yeah, let the breath help you here. See how it lifts you up a little? Inhale. And then recover. All right, we're gonna go up again. Here we go. Go up, inhale. And recover. Now, we're gonna take a frog pose. So when you come up, your knees are wide, wider than your hips. Go wider if you need to. Your big toes could go towards each other, and you could be on your forearms. You might be able to go down to your sternum or your head on your forearms. Make sure you feel a stretch on your inner thighs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, breathe child's pose, like a more normal one. And then gently come up and take a sip. So we'll do a few little standard testings. I did another course and it mentioned some more standard testings. So I did a 2-minute plank the other day just because that was a standard for 20-year-old elite athletes, and I'm like, what the heck? Let's do it. So we're gonna do let's do a 45-second. And if you need to break in between, do, but we're used to doing 30, so I know we can do 45. All right, so when you're ready, you're setting up, And yeah, I'll try to give a 5 second. So we're going in 3, 2, 1, and hold. Okay. So I will give the time parameters. So right now we're already at 10. Okay. Good, and we're already at 15, so the forms look good. And we're already at 20. And we're already at 25. And we're already at 30, so that's good. 35, now we're just doing 10 more seconds today. 40. And then 45, rest your pelvis, you're in Sphinx, or you can go up. Good. Now the next one, I'm gonna do a 45-second wall sit. That was in the test too. And they had different ways to do this where you moved yourself lower and lower, but we're just gonna do 45 seconds. Another way to do it is for 2 full minutes, but I'm gonna sort of introduce us to these concepts. So your back will be up against the wall. I can see everybody so far, so I'm gonna try to give us a 5-second warning. 3, 2, 1, and then go down. Try to self-regulate your knees at 90. And we're already at 5. And we're already at 10, and you're breathing. And you're at 15. You might do an inhale, I feel good, an exhale, I feel strong. 20. 25. And 30. 35. So we're doing 15 more seconds. Do the best you can. All right, I'm going to count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2. You could slide up or use your elbows, whatever you need. Shake it out. I'm going to give us a little one that I didn't see, but it should be on there. One-legged balance, 30 seconds, because we know that it's so important for preventing falls. So to me, this should be in the 10 standards, so I'm going to make my own standards. All right, get ready, and we're going to do 30 seconds here. Now, if it is too easy for you and you need, it could be you have lotion on your leg from the summer, so it could be that. You know, if you need something else, you could do dynamic. And I'll just tell you where we are. We have 5 more seconds. Or that's another way to do it, Betty, is just hold it there. In the summer, if we have socks or legs exposed. Okay, good. Let that go. Take a full breath. I always like to start off with homeostasis. So you come in with a full tank. Lift and spread your toes. Try the other foot. We're going to do a 30-second. I'm going to create my own standards here. So I'll just give us a second so that everybody's looking pretty good. We'll go here. All right. And I'll give us the countdowns. All right, so that's already 5. And if you feel like it's too easy and you need to do something, you can. 10. Good. Or just really intention through everything. 15. You're doing great. I'm going to count us down. 20. That wasn't deliberate, wasn't Michelle, but it's okay. I just touched my elbow on the wall. It's okay. 25. I want to give us 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. Nice. Now let the feet down. Now another test, we're going to lift up our heels as we talk for a minute. Another test was just the vertical jump. So if you had a piece of chalk on your hand and you touched the wall when you jumped up vertically, what would your vertical height be? So what we're going to do is prep the legs. So now lift your toes. And when I say toes and heels, I'm also trying to include the bottom or plantar side of your foot. So your toes and your fascia, the bottom part of your foot, and heels. So I really just want them warmed up. Now we're going to do pogo jumping. This is your backup plan if you cannot. This is a warm-up. Now if that's going okay, we know that this also helps bone density. So we're gonna take 6 high jumps. You can make it as high as you can. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, just walk it out or qigong it out. I'm gonna tell you about the next one. They did a broad jump in the Peter Attia test. Some of you may have taken the Presidential Fitness Award. I know we had broad jump when I was a kid too. So thank you for asking. I did get all excellence. So this is gonna be a broad jump this way. So if it's new to you, we've only done it once as a group. You just take it forward to kind of get used to it today, but you can kind of swing your arms. And I'm just taking a little one, right? Just get your body used to it. So we'll do 5. Just get used to it. But that will help bone density anyway. 3, and it'll help you feel that pliancy. 4, good, you feel your heart rate. 5, nice. I like it, I really like it. Now, this isn't a test per se, but I'm gonna have you do a squat on your own for 10. Good idea. So it's self-selected range of motion. Yeah, and I do like that chin tuck. Okay, then you're gonna come up, grab a sit, that was a good idea, and then we're gonna do a single leg of this balance. So a single leg squat balance. You select your range of motion. A backup plan could be you do it on the wall, or you could just lift your foot. All right, I'm gonna do a chin tuck because that helps my neck not be cranked. 10, 4, breathe in, and then come back up and get your full homeostasis, breathing, blood pressure, feel your heart rate, come back down, other side, other leg, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, just lift it if you need to, but that was good. 8, 9, and then stand back up. Whew. All right, this is a single leg squat with dynamic. So I'm gonna hold on to something. Another trick is to hold on to something here. So 1 foot up, it might be you do a little baby bend. You might go down to a yoga block or to your self-selected range of motion. Good, but now stand all the way back up when you're at the top, Eddie. There, then your hip flexor gets used to, hey, this is neutral for me. 4, 5, and this is neutral for me every time. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's how I stand up. 6, 7, we're shooting for 10, but notice how it's gotten easier than the first day we did these. And then you're gonna do the other side when you're done with the number you wanna do. This is sort of self-selected. You might say, I need to do 6 and that's it. I've got a big hike today. You know, whatever you need to do, but you do wanna feel the difference. The knee should track with the second toe. Good, and stand all the way up, Karen. Yeah, that was it. You could hear me before I said it. Stand all the way up. Oh, good, way to get up. Woo! And then take a little breather. So nice job. I do want to touch 3 circles with our legs, dynamic balance each way. So dynamic balance. 3, don't try not to touch the floor, that'll be our goal. And you could try to make it bigger. So I'm gonna point and flex, which is a little bit more, and the arms is right, exactly. You could do all sorts. 3 on the other leg. So here's your shift. Good. 3 each way. Nice. and then we're going to go down to the floor without using our hands. So you could put 1 foot up, 1 foot back, and you're just basically doing a reverse lunge. Whip that foot around. Nice. All right, I'm going to grab this prop. You could grab this or a yoga block, a Pilates ring, or a band. So I'm going to use a band and this here foam roller. Now, let's touch the psoas and the hamstring at the same time. Also, for the tight low backs in the crowd, this could help with decompression, right? So I'm going to wrap it twice. All right, 10. Relax into it. You might want to take your leg across the midline here. And out to the side. And then the other. All right, so a hamstring, a psoas, and out. And then we're just going to let the hips fall over the block for just a moment, or the foam roller. You might have to move that down, but this is great if you've had low back tightness. Traveled a long way, or if you're human. 5, 4. And then it looks like everybody has their roller, so I'm going to offer us this one. The sacrum's at one end and the arms are like a letter T or Y. You can even open up your knees like an inner thigh. Ooh, that one feels like we haven't done it in a while. I hope you enjoyed this like I am. Breathe and relax. 10. Just clear your mind. It's like you're breathing in purity or clarity or stability, peace. Notice how you feel and slowly come up to a seated position that's comfortable for you. And just take a little left movement with your neck and a little right movement. Chin to chest. And then a lift up. And we'll just take a moment to have the hands at the heart. Notice how you're clear, stable, calm, grounded. Notice how good that feels, and now that's our natural state, so that anytime during the day you start to feel like something in the outside world is overtaking your peace, that we can come back to this, and the earlier we catch those wobbles, the easier it is to maintain this high vibration. With so much appreciation to you guys. Thank you, dude. Good. You did so good. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Good to see you.